Diagwit. Actually, Diagwiv, I was told. Diagwiv, good people of
Yeah.
area. The next 10-minute topic is vaccine deaths and vaccine injuries on both sides. So go ahead, Dad, and you start us off.
Diagweed, Fáilte go léir, Darren Anthony Shannon Dom. Lads, vaccine deaths, and the reason I suppose I said it to Donica about this earlier is that today I had a little interaction on Telegram with somebody, and somebody had died who was pushing the vaccine a year or two ago.
The experimental injection.
The experimental injection, the mRNA fucking. Anyway, this guy was or a woman was actually saying that I'm delighted this person is dead, and I can't wait for the rest of them to die. And that got me, because how can we be wishing death on anybody? Like, I have family members. I have family members who told me to take the vaccine when my sister was dying of cancer there last year.
Experimental injection.
Yeah, the experimental injection. Sorry,
you have to get it right. You have to say what it is, you know.
This experimental jab, right? I have family members who were telling me to take it in order to get in to see my sister when she was dying from cancer. And it was the nurses in the hospital who was telling my family members and the doctors. And my family members were just unsure, and they didn't know. They're unaware, right? And so are we to be wishing death on them as well? Is that the way it is? Like, because it seems to me that's wishing death on anybody is the wrong thing.
It's very dark. It's very dark and ungodly, you know. It's very evil. It's very evil, man.
It's a crazy thing, you know, to be wishing death on anybody, and I don't think we should be. A lot of these people were just fooled, they're brainwashed still, and they've been tricked into it. They know better than what a lot of us probably did a few years ago.
It's not even that, Darren. Even if they'd done as much research as one could possibly do and decided under the freedom of choice to get it, you still wouldn't wish it on them, you know.
No, but I think the thing about this guy was saying that these people were telling. This guy was telling other people to get the vaccine a couple of years ago, and now he's dead himself. So, like,
so we have to have sympathy and be sad for the people who have been injected with the experimental injection and who suffer side effects and die. But yet, those who were injected, we have to be happy. We have to be celebrating their deaths. That's kind of
it's a twisted mentality, isn't it? I think it is. And I think that's all part of their plan.
A lot of society's minds are twisted, you know. Let's be honest about it.
Yeah. I think it's all part of their plan, though, to Donica, to have us thinking like that, you know, that we wishing death on people. That's mad, like. Even wishing jail on people, wishing people get locked up and stuff. That's crazy as well, like. But that's another story.
Depends what they did,
No, yeah. It's mad though, you know.
Yeah.
But the vaccine deaths, like, look at the mortality rate in this country alone, like, it's after rising like 25, 31%, I think. You know, and each month it's after getting higher. So
that's not in doubt that it has gone up. You know, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not even up for debate. I know different people debate about why it's up, but it's definitely up. You know, that's not so.
Well, we know that there's a cull going on. We know the elderly have been culled in the nursing homes with certain tablets and certain things.
We know the systematic cover-ups of corruption and known effects of harm that were going to happen to people. That's all been covered up. We know all this now at this stage.
Yeah,
so definitely was. Roy Butler comes to mind. There definitely was people who got sick or passed away as a result of getting the experimental injection.
Yeah,
there's definitely people, I believe, dying as a result of taking the experimental injection. But I wouldn't wish death upon any of them, you know.
No, and be happy that they died.
Even if they were one of these people that, you know, had a badge on, or
in
America, you've seen people getting free burgers or something like that if they got the injection. You know, it's kind of mad.
Yeah. Donuts and cookies.
Even those people who were promoting it like that, they have families and kids and mothers, and
Yeah,
sons. You know what I mean?
that's it. Like, yeah, they'll have.
I think it's a bit heartless, and I think it's very. If that's the view of the revolution, that's not good in area, you know.
No, it's
And
not. It's not the kind of it's not the people that I want to be putting myself around anyway. To be wishing death on somebody. I think it's a crazy one, you know.
yeah.
But look, we have now like I think it's mad. Look, we're in a time now where death is just becoming so common. I think that a lot of people are just becoming numb to it, and they're becoming like it's just a norm thing. So they're just wishing it on people and whatever else. Like, and we shouldn't be doing that, lads. Death is a terrible thing because these people have families too, like, and probably children and mothers and fathers as well, like, and what have you, you know. So we have to be thinking about these people too. We can't be just wishing death on people. And
They
there's
are,
enough
they are, they are still our
misery.
people, you know. We're all connected.
Yeah,
They are the nation of people. They are us, and we might not
yeah,
think the same, and we might not say the same things or act the same. But once we're causing no harm, injury, or loss to each other, we're allowed to do that apparently. So, you know, you have to remember that they are our people. These people that are
yeah,
done in, and even if they
yeah,
are vaccinated, they're still our people. You know.
yeah. They are, and
I
like,
remember at the start of the whole Wuhan flu, all the kind of protests up in Dublin, and you know, there was what was one of the chants they kept? They kept only slaves wear masks. There was one, and there was another one. I can't remember, but I could see that it was, you know, it was working. The plan was working. Wasn't them. They were
yeah,
dividing the people. They
big
were dividing the
divide, yeah,
people.
big
Yeah,
divide. It
yeah.
caused.
Families have been ripped apart by friendships, relationships.
Oh, stop, man! It's yeah,
That's just one topic. You know what I mean?
yeah, and there's
Yeah.
so many other things
So
like
many
that.
of,
People, yeah,
but this 10-minute topic is about uh, injection
vaccine deaths.
injection related. That's not vaccines. Man, stop saying
Yeah,
vaccines.
sorry, I keep saying vaccines. I don't know why I keep saying that, but I suppose I say that because that's what that's the kind of narrative that they're pushing on it. So
Yeah, well,
let's just say
that's why it's important. I believe some of us
the
who are aware of
architects.
what it is don't start using their language.
Yeah,
It's
you're
an
right. I should be
experimental.
using
It's an experimental mRNA
the
injection. You know?
experimental jab. Yeah,
I have never been used before, and I seen a graph yesterday from Tracy O'Matney, and it was a list of all the vaccine deaths from 1971 or 79 or something in around there to 2021, and the experimental mRNA injection has killed, according to the VAR system, has killed half of all vaccine injury related deaths since vaccines began. And don't forget that the data graph was from 1971 or 1979 till 2021. So it hasn't included 22 and 23. It's already killed. It's already responsible for as many deaths as all the other vaccines have done in history.
yeah,
And that was only 2021. And her point was, isn't it mad that they're still promoting this into children now in Ireland?
yeah, yeah. Like
Now,
the schools, like you go into schools. I seen there, you know, in the schools they're telling like 12 to 15-year-olds they have their own decision now, like to take the vaccine in the UK. Like I know like there's case up the north. I think the vaccines were stopped. I think that happened or these mRNA jabs, sorry, were stopped up the north there in the schools. But down this way, I think they're still pushing them in the pharmacies and stuff, and the doctors are asking parents a lot, and it's something that's still heavily going like and heavily.
yeah, I've seen them pushing for the measles injection because the uptake on the measles is very, very low at the moment because people have lost trust in the
Yeah,
vaccine industry. So they were saying that vaccines were safe, but in that graph that Tracy O'Matney put up, it was 448 deaths from the measles injection. Now I don't know how many lives it saved or what the situation is, but
yeah,
that's still a lot of deaths. I know people.
yeah.
Some people say, there's a risk with everything, but
My I met my sister yesterday, and she said to me, I was talking to
10
her about
seconds.
this, like,
10
yeah,
seconds.
right. So I would do real quick. I met my sister yesterday, talking to her about the vaccine, right, and about the mRNA jab. She said to me they were trying to give her young lad some kind of spray, a nasal spray or something. And she said to the nurse, is what, I think it might have been measles or one of them things. She said, is there a cure for that? And the nurse said, yeah. And she said, my sister said to the nurse, is there a cure for autism? And the nurse said, no. And she said, well, then I'd rather not have him take it. And that, she meant total sense, like, to me when she said that, like, and that does make sense. There's a cure for a lot of these things, for these vaccines that they're pushing, like, there's a cure for it, like, even if you get it, there's a cure. But if you take that vaccine or that, whatever it may be, if you get autism, there's no cure for that. Your child, God forbid, never be the same. So I wouldn't be taking them chances. Now.
Okay. End of.